Well, take two for this Richmond rebuild. While rebuilding Richmond, it's not just the men's team that need a bit of fixing, but also their women's team. Their, uh, their AFLW team nearly won the Wooden Spoon this year, while their men's team have struggled a bit. Let's let's go to free agency. Well, Richko, he was delisted by Geelong in real life. Now the trade period's officially open. Let's do a trade with the Eagles. We'll be sending Tyler Young, West Coast preferred round pick. As we all remembered in real life, we done a trade deal with North. Just so we can draft Tom Sims. Let's do a deal with Geelong. We'll send a late pick. Where the hell is Richco? Unfortunately, he got delisted. Unfortunately, on AFL 26, his delisting actually did come through. Well, we might actually take him in the might take him in the rookie draft. And it looks like another trade might be happening with the Tigers. This time we do a deal with Adelaide. Future third for 87 rated defender Underwood has been accepted. Kazicki for future fifth. That trade has been accepted. As the clearer continues at Punt Road. Well, don't worry, this will not be the last time we'll be clearing things out of Punt Road for this season. As the women's team are also in dire need of a rebuild. Sam Layla's got a new contract accepted. We got to keep Tarch Hutton at all costs. He showed a lot of promise in his first year as well for the Tigers. Jonty Fall. We got to keep him around. He's the future of the Tigers. Luke Trainer, we got to have him. We got to have him grow and become an elite defender. It's not just a new guard that will need to shine over at Richmond. It's also time to, well, say goodbye to the old guard. Roston, McIntosh. Who else? Broad. And also Nan Curvis are doing the old, if you can beat them, join them. In return, Toby will likely get Toby Conway, rejected by Geelong, and he's off to Richmond to try to rebuild his career. As we are continuing to clear out the old guard. Still doing North Melbourne. Send Tom Lidge and Dion Prestia over to the Kangaroos for pick 104. So that way we need to get some game time into our youngsters. Mainly because the women's team are now under review. Well, centre-half bench, you got some very good news. I'll just send Ryan Massell packing to the Gold Coast Suns for a future third-round pick. The bloke that's ruined Richmond is now gone. Well, Tigers fans can rejoice that their weakest link has been given an ultimate goodbye. In the terms of, you are the weakest link. Goodbye. As this is looking like this is basically a complete new era. Unlike the Melbourne rebuild, which is absolutely brutal, with this Richmond rebuild, at least we got the pieces. It's starting to get, at least we pretty much got the pieces in place. Only one of the heroes of Richmond's premiership team will still be there, and that is Jaded Short. He wants to stay and help out this young squad. As for the purpose of this rebuild, we're not just going to be rebuilding the men. Also, the women will need a rebuilding gig for Richmond. Let's get a defender in this draft. And Marcus Stone is available at number 7. We're going with Bryson Sterling at 8. Our next pick is 43. So we get Phillips. So we are bringing boyhood Tiger fan Ben Hobbs to Richmond with our next pick. Let's get ourselves a mid. We're going with Charles Widsell. Ruck. As they're going to need to find Toby Nankervis's replacement. So we're going to get Tim Miles. We took the key defenders and key forwards where we needed in the last draft. Going with Daniel Carter as well. We got 2 picks in the rookie draft. Let's take another AFL experienced player, Patrick Retchko. Louis Butler got re-picked by the Dogs. Number 19. I think we're going with this Cherry Bales. Unless to sign Guernsey numbers for Richmond. Tigers fans, if anyone's watching this stream, I've got a big dilemma about Sam Layla's number. Should I keep him at number 22 or should I switch his number to number 4? Just like Dustin Martin before him. And we give Layla the number 4 Guernsey. Number previously worn by Dustin Martin. Smelly. We'll give him number 7. Previously worn by heroes like Dan Butler and Liam Baker, who were part of our premiership sides. Harry Armstrong will get the 16 Guernsey, while 4 will move to 19. Sims will probably move into number 20. And give 25 to Conway. He might be our new Nankervis. Houghton. We'll probably give him number 9. Trainer. Seth Campbell, we'll probably give him number 8. The number previously worn by Jack Rewalt. Caleb Smith will move to 44. Hobbs. We'll probably give him number 10. Steely Green will move to 24. Alger, we'll keep him at 29. 3. We'll probably give our number to Trezise. Wretch go to wear 36. I think we'll move Caleb Smith to number 1. Cherry Bales to wear 44. Sterling to wear 33. Stone 26. Phillips, we'll have him wear 34. Miles, we'll give him 38. $46 to be worn by Carter. Campbell Gray. He will now get the 35 Guernsey for Richmond. Look at that, we only got 3,000 AFLW members. Well, speaking of AFLW, let's see who's left with it. What the? What the? How did West Coast Eagles their number 7 draft pick, Lucia Painter? Just how? I don't get this game sometimes. Sophie McKay got delisted. From Carlton. She's a really good player. I don't get this AFL women's contract system. So we say goodbye to Scott, Beatty, Cleary, Brazzali, Wickstead, Greaves, Brianna Hyde. Maybe we could basically relist her in the draft, depending on how many picks we get. Let's create a new trade. Well, since Ryan Mansell's left, we get pick 4 for Monconte, going to the Gold Coast Suns. This AFL looks like with the AFL women's program now under scrutiny. We said Brennan, Hosking. We also said Beth Lynch to the Cats. And also Caitlin Cox. And Tessa Lavey in return for pick 30. With Grace Egan now being told to explore new opportunities. So, is she making the biggest AFLW betrayal of all time? Going from Charlton to Richmond to Collingwood. And in return, the Tigers will get Michaela Hyde from Collingwood. They get McKinnon to re-sign. Bacon. We also re-signed Yassir. Seymour wants to move to the 89K tier because of a new contract. Since we got a lot of money to play around with now that Conti's gone. She'd requested a trade to Gold Coast. Shelby Knoll. She was drafted for season 8. She had to wait all the way to season 10 to finally make her Richmond women's debut. Ali Dalloway's got a new contract. Riser wants more money. That season she had. Baraldson has also wants to be on 76K. Beck Miller has also re-signed. McClelland has also re-signed. Poppy Kelly has also re-signed for the Tigers. Libby Graham wants to go on 76K. So we accept it. We're not gonna re-sign Charlie Ryan because she got delisted in real life. Sorry, Hargrave. So Mackenzie Ford's now on 109K now that Conti's left to join the Gold Coast Suns. Another trade we're going to do. Let's still deal with the Crows. Caitlin Cox. Who else? Who else do I set back at? Well, since you cannot add another player to 109K tier list. Well, we'll not have a choice but to send Ford away to the Western Bulldogs in return for picks 10, 28, and 46. And the Western Bulldogs are happy to accept this deal. Caitlin Cox for pick 18. It's a done deal. It's done deal. It's another done deal. Montana McKinnon, she was very good at the Crows, but her time at Richmond has been an absolute nightmare. Steeler off to Port Adelaide for pick 17. And the Power are happy to accept this deal. We can send 28 and 46. To the crop. Oh, come on. Jesus Christ, I think we're clearing out half the bloody we're clearing out half the squad. Oh wow. Can't believe this deal happened on a rebuild. Tia Charlton got, oh my days. I never thought Crows would, well, Crows are no strangers to doing deals with power in AFL Women's. How did Central get traded to the Bombers? I think the game's basically broken. Prowse has been traded to the Bombers for Steph Wales. To extend the recovery period. And now the try period's officially closed. Now for the AFL Women's Draft. Hicks, Shevlin, Ryan, and Hargreaves are all gone. Got O'Donnell, McFarlane, and Hayes. Let's get ourselves another key forward. We're going with Diodario. Our next pick is number 17. Let's get a forward. Another forward. Eugene has been picked. We've got Poppy Geekas. Selection 25. Go with line. We'll go with Lindley. Centre I pick. Go with Clifford. McPherson. Horn. Wolf. Feels like we're an expansion team all over again. Feels like we are a new AFL women's team all over again. Just like back in the day. We got McAvoy at 61. Selection 73. No results found for Hyde. Get Howe. Got Matilda Sargent, Shirley Walters, and Veronica Bagel. As it means the Tigers girls are starting again from scratch for the 2026 AFLW season. As well, we got nobody on the 109k salary tier for the women's. Anyways, let's go back to the men's. Let's get back to see what the men's team can do in 2026. Will they be able to gain some more members for both sides? Let's sim towards May. See how we do for growth. Geez, we're not going off to a good start. Finally, we're actually making progress. Look at that. The Tigers got this 99 rated defender. We got Kalina back, Tomlinson, and Harnell. And so straight away, we're going to be promoting Broadwood to the senior list for 2020 for the future, and it's been accepted. James Trezise, primary list him, and it's accepted as well. Another one promoted off to the senior list. It's a good opportunity to debut our mid-season draft pick, Broadwood. And another debutant on the way, Rechko. We couldn't get the win against Rechko's former team, Geelong. Tigers are sitting second bottom. Following the conclusion of round 11. So Lee Fowles back in the squad. And we win by 66 points against the Bombers. And oh no, Lee Fowles injured again. He's very unlucky. And we get absolutely belted by the Lions. Now Olga's out injured. Trainer's back in the side. Tresice is back in the side. So too is Houghton. Trying to play our other mid-season draftee, Tomlinson. It wasn't enough to beat the Crows. Once again, Trainer's out. So we'll rely on Stone. For this one. The other one we got is Phillips. And so we'll simulate through the second half of the 2026 season. to see if there's any more progress made at the Tigers. Loss, loss, loss. We've got to win over the West Coast. We end the season finishing second bottom. And I think the women's team actually won 2 games. Seems this review's basically working. That's to show you don't need big egos on this team like Monique Conti. You got team players like Michaela Hyde. And we couldn't get it done against the Bombers. And yet Charlotte Holiday did pretty good in this game for the Dons. 51 disposals. And how many tackles? 2 tackles. I think the tackling will need a bit of a boost. AFL Women's were versing the Gold Coast Suns. Waiting for this 85 rated new young defender to come back from injury. However, Kate Dempsey's back. And we get belted by the Gold Coast Suns by 63 points. And yet our former player Mon Conti has the last laugh. 23-4. Said 4 goals at this game for the Suns. While now teaming up with Charlie Rowbottom. What an act of betrayal from Conti. She didn't really care about the program. All she cared about was money. Well, we've lost 3 in a row. We lost to the Giants. Next up, we got the Hawks in Frankston. Still no Tigers. Doing well in the Meds so far. The women nearly got it done against Hawthorn. All players. Well, the other Hyde sisters gone to Central District, gone back to Adelaide to play for Central's Bulldogs. Kind of almost doing like a Daniel Healy style move. Let's see who we delisted. Rich Go, Leafell, Gray, Cherry Bales, and Fawcett. We didn't really need them anymore. We'll let Colina walk. So we can re-sign Tomlinson and Parnell. We'll need Ralph Smith to re-sign. Same with Rioli. Well, Gebkust is finally back from injury. Well, the unluckiest defender is finally back. Jasper Olger, the Jasper Olger, has also re-signed. Tony Parnell has also re-signed for the Tigers. Well, Steely Green and, well, it seems the only one we got left to re-sign is Judson Clark. Sibbs is stuck at 76. Come on, Luke Train. One of our best players. We'll also need Tom Brown to re-sign. Phillips has re-signed for the Tigers. What about Sterling? And Sterling has also re-signed for the Tigers. We'll give Witzel 2 more years. He'll be playing until 2028. Miles. We'll give it 3 more years. Stone. We'll need him to stay on 7 more years at the Tigers. Back to player contracts. We'll need Carter to re-sign. Now the trade period is officially open for the Tigers. We'll say pick 42 with Sutsy, Banks, Clark. Just to bring back an old Tiger. Maybe or Chol. Trade has been accepted, and Chol is once again a Richmond player. Another deal. Let's go. Let's again speak to Hawthorn. Massimo D'Ambrosio, he's another one of them Hawk heroes that helped the Hawk Ball of Hawthorn make finals. So we deal him to the, so we get deals pick 24 to Hawthorn just to get him. Welcome home, Massimo D'Ambrosio, formerly of our VFL program. Gone from Richmond's BFL program back to their back into their mate squad. We've got to send away a few more of our weak players. Samson Ryan, Kay McAuliffe, Oliver Hayes-Brown. Pick 2. Well, Matt Elliott at Greenwood's this one. Matt's basically retired. His body must have had enough. Well, this 99 rated Brown's been traded to multiple times. Maybe no need for Dan Curtin. There could be someone else that could fit the bill. Liam Stocker. Saints dumped him to the Crows, and now we're getting him out of the Crows. Let's check the free agency period. So the Toby Conway era wasn't really a success for the Tigers. We'll send him off to the Giants. Along with future first for Kieran Briggs. That is an upgrade in the ruck. That's an upgrade in the ruck department. It's a future guard the future guard our next dynasty. This is the sort of trades we'll need to make to get Richmond to build the next Richmond dynasty. Can we scam Hawthorn once again? We'll give him Kalina just for Mitch Lewis. Well, Richmond has spent this entire trade period scamming Hawthorn with Child, D'Ambrosio, Lewis. Next team we're doing a deal with, Collingwood. Reef McInnes and Finn McRae. We all remember the West Coast Eagles have actually signed McRae in real life. Let's trick Collingwood by giving him Ralph Smith. Hopper. And that's about it. And look at that, the men's trade period is closing. Now let's turn on AFL women's list management again. Well, we actually finished 12th with a 4-6 record. Means we have to wait till pick 40 for our next pick. This pick. Got Chen. And we've also got Dennis. That's about it. Rookie draft. We've got Cochrane and Fiorini. They add a bit of AFL experience. We'll give Charlie's 41 back. Well, Luke Trainer, the number 2 jersey's finally available to him. McKinn has to wear 11. McRae 13, Stocker 23. 25 is available for Briggs. 31's also available for D'Ambrosio. And that is the final list lodgement done for the men's tape for 2026. Free agency periods of. Now we got the trade period open. Oh, that's a shock. Jason Horse-Rice is trying to back to the Kangaroos. Well, only on AFL 26. That's why I might be looking to do a North Melbourne rebuild very soon. See if I can get Horse-Rice back to Arden Street. Next team will do it. So we're going to do a deal with the Western Bulldogs. Tom Brown for Bailey Dale. That's probably the only thing we'll need to improve on. That is an upgrade down back. We got back getting Bailey Dale. What else could be done to improve? Let's say Miles and pick 48 for the Cats to bring back Nick. To bring back an old Tiger, Toby Nankervis. To be a backup for Kieran Briggs. But that was the only thing we needed to do this off-season. AFL Women's have gone backwards once again. 16th on the ladder. And yet we don't even have a pick for that year's draft. Now to the rookie draft. We found so much success for the rookie draft. So we draft Luca Muratore. For a utility, we'll probably go with Cooper Hamilton. Yeah, Curve still get his 25 back. Briggs to wear 15. Now the free agency period's open for the Tigers. Now trade period is open for women's. The one in this one looks like Reese Harwood's now coaching the Richmond girls. He's just taken over from Ryan Ferguson. I We could do a deal with the Kangaroos. Let's do a deal with Essendon. I don't think the return of Sophie Marlin really worked well for the Tigers, and that's a deal done with the Bombers. So we can be free to do a deal with the Kangaroos. How many on the 109k range? Just Michaela Hyde. I think Richmond are kind of riding off that the rate off of the Kangaroos. To bring some of their best players over to Punt Road. And look at that, Richmond have got, 4 Kangaroos. Whoa, Kearney, Sheeran, Bruton. Can we do a deal with... Let's do a deal with Geelong. Anyone know where Brennan is Brennan's still there these days. Brennan for pick 21, deal accepted. Is this looking like the off-season of reunions? Hello, Gold Coast. Sargent for Conti. Nope, can't add it. Never played 109k. Maybe just for pick 4. Now it's the end of the year for the top. Now it's the end of the year. Now 2028. This could be the year the Tigers might be entering premiership aspirations. We haven't won since 2000. We haven't won the premiership since 2020. We're almost heading towards Gabba round. Well, we're in 11th. We're doing some upgrade and repair work. We are back to winning ways. After round 10, Richmond are sitting in second. We're in second place after round 10. Heading into Indigenous round. Mid-season draft. We got Lockie Shaw. That's the only one we managed to get in the mid-season draft. Some of these upgrades are actually doing the trick. Dub L. We need to go for some more dubs. Dub L L dub dub L. More upgrades are done. It's got us 3 more wins. Qualifying final with us in Adelaide. We all remember the last time the Crows played Richmond in the final. It was a win for the Tigers. Look at the growth of these youngsters. Well, this time around they're now a bit more experienced. Look at that, this time around the youngsters are now a bit more the experienced men. This is the moment where the boys are now the men at Richmond. This is no longer a boys squad, this is now a med squad. Ready to kickstart the next premiership. We lost the qualifying final against the Crows. Semi-finals. We got the Western Bulldogs. Bailey Dale's former team. In real life, it's still his current team. We're bringing Mitch Lewis back in the side. He's been one of our MVPs since he arrived at from Hawthorn. Now to the semis. The Tigers have knocked out the Western Bulldogs. Well, we're back in Adelaide for the prelim this time versus Port Adelaide. Can the young Tigers send this Port side packing? And book a spot in the Toyota AFL Grand Final for 2028. We want a bit of height, so we'll play Gibcus. And here we are. Richmond are in the 2028 Toyota AFL Grand Final. There are a bit of few who were still on the list from the 2017 to 2020 squad. Missed out on winning a premiership. The unlucky ones who have missed out were Charles, Ross, Miller. They're still on the team. They're still here. They're still here ready to win this premiership. McRae comes back from injury. We'll drop Gibcus to make way to get Trainer in for the grand final. This is the first time since 2020 the Tigers are in the Toyota AFL Grand Final. Once again, the sound of the yellow and black is going to be taking part of the big stage. We'll make Nankervis the backup ruck for Briggs. Chol comes in for the grand final. Well, this grand final is exactly 11 years on. 11 years from that 2028 result. Anyways, we'll swap the quarters back to 5 minutes. Got to edit the tactics. It's really good. So we'll now hand you over to Anthony Hudson and the crew. For the 2028 Grand Final, will the Tigers be roaring again for the first time since 2020? In just their second finals appearance back.
Hello everyone, I'm Anthony Hudson. Welcome to Saturday afternoon football. We're live from the MCG. This is the Toyota AFL Grand Final between Richmond and Adelaide. This is the day when dreams come true, when hearts are broken, when reputations are enhanced or diminished. For some, it will be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And out they come, led by their skipper. Daniel Harford is with me. Hello, Harf. What can we expect from this match?
G'day, Hutto. I've tipped the Tigers. I think they'll do this comfortably. It may be close at half-time, but I think they'll power away after that, as we've seen them do a number of times this year.
Thanks for those insights, Harf. Time to find out who's kicking to which end. Between 1992 and 1997, the Adelaide Crows administered 3 triple-figure beltings to Richmond. The biggest of them was 139 points in round 16 1993 at Football Park on the back of a 15-goal-to-1 second half. Tony Modra helping himself to an equal career best 13 goals, while the Tigers could only muster 4 between them. The margin topped out at 137 points in round 17 1997 at the same venue. Darren Jarman snagging 7 goals as the Crows powered towards their first ever premiership. Who lives the dream and who lives the nightmare? O'Brien wins the first hit out. Edwards leading from the front. Draper, Peatling, well played.
The Tigers are on the back foot almost immediately. It was an easy setup for this first shot at goal.
It's a big kick. Is it big enough? Happy to concede it behind.
They've got an opportunity here to get the ball down the other end quickly.
Smith with the footy. Generosity is a wonderful quality, but not on a football field.
They should already have put the first on the board, but no harm done if this goes through.
Kicks it goal, and that's travelling straight over the goal umpire's hat.
That will do his conference the world of good to start like that.
The Crows on the board first. O'Brien punches it out of the ruck. Edwards. Rankin takes the mark and can extend the margin.
To finish off the good work.
It's a deep kick. Chance gone begging. And finally over the line.
That's smart play, really. There's no point taking unnecessary risks.
Back into play. Quality delivery by foot. The Tigers might be about to start something. They're moving the footy well here. Good thinking and good execution too. Algier all on his own. What's he got on offer? Searching kick. Chol, he's run into trouble. Out of the congestion. Mackenzie not wanting to bomb to a contest. That's careless kicking. And they're away. Trainer took him high. The Crows have started well. They've got a problem now. They've got them on the overlap. Defence 101 there.
Sorry for the inconvenience. Let me know in the comments section on this chat, see which team should I rebuild next after the Tigers.
Hello everyone, I'm Anthony Hudson. Welcome to Saturday afternoon football. We're coming to you from the MCG. The grand final is here at last. This should be a classic between Richmond and Adelaide. It's the best of the best. Winner takes all. A season full of twists and turns comes to its conclusion. Who will be crowned Premier today? Now it's time for the players to take to the field. Daniel Harford is with me. Hello, Harf. What can we expect from this match?
Good to be here, Hutto. I've tipped the Crows. Not the popular pick, but I just think they're a bit more settled and well placed to counter the opposition's strengths. I can see this one going down to the final minutes.
Thanks, Harf. Time to find out who's kicking to which end. Between 1992 and 1997, the Adelaide Crows administered 3 triple-figure beltings to Richmond. The biggest of them was 139 points in round 16 1993 at Football Park on the back of a 15-goal-to-1 second half. Tony Modra helping himself to an equal career best 13 goals, while the Tigers could only muster 4 between them. The margin topped out at 137 points in round 17 1997 at the same venue. Darren Jarman snagging 7 goals as the Crows powered towards their first ever premiership. The noise is incredible. The stadium is heaving. Time to play. The big men fly. Layla in his natural habitat. This is promising. Blasts away. Hobbs, strong grab.
Relatively straightforward kick, but that's easy to say from here.
Heads for goal. It looks good. The Tigers have the first of the grand final.
They're after a big game from him today, and that's a great start.
The Tigers have opened their account. The big men fly. Edwards, Draper gets the kick away. Which way will it bounce? Fogarty, he's set upon. It would be a hard umpire who would ping him for that. Briggs showing his skills. McRae lays it off. Good build-up. Crunching tackle. It's not a fair fight. You'll have to earn your kicks today.
If one side can get on top in the clearances here, it'll go a long way towards deciding this match.
McAuliffe intercepted, and they can launch from half-back. Layla has charged into space. That's a well-placed kick. Joel on centre wing is marked. This is good ball movement. The Tigers have started well. It looks a well-oiled forward line. Golden opportunity here.
He couldn't believe his luck finding that much space inside the forward 50.
No trouble at all, and they've skipped clear.
Well, if you give him room inside 50, you'll pay more often than not.
The Tigers have started brightly with the first 2. Briggs wins it down. McRae trying to find a path. D'Ambrosio. Layla delivers it inside 50. McKenzie marks. That's hard to stop.
The crowd will tell the story.
Critical contest coming up. Briggs is too strong and can extend the margin.
The Tigers have certainly looked the better side. They'll be hard to catch.
Hammers it home.
This is exactly what they would have hoped for early in the match. Scoreboard pressure.
Well, if they weren't concerned before, they should be now. O'Brien palms it down. Edwards, McAuliffe, D'Ambrosio got a fist in. Trainer. The Tigers are red hot at the moment. Layla on a lead. Algier has found some space. Good work rate. There goes the kick inside the 50. Full onto it. They're fighting tooth and nail not to give up a goal. The umpire says he had no prior. Briggs with the tap. Algier, McKenzie takes the responsibility, just needs to finish. Finish he does.
The Crows just can't get their hands on it. They're under siege.
The Crows haven't been able to respond. They look gone. Briggs wins the hit out. McRae reads the tap well. Quality delivery by foot. He could have run in further, but he didn't need to. It's another one.
It gives everyone a shot of confidence when one of your key forwards is able to hit the scoreboard early.
The Crows are in danger of being run over. The big men fly. Edwards, Draper. Peatling gathers in the centre square. Goes long. Polkinghorn marks inside 50 and can have a shot.
To inject some life into this contest.
Needs that to come back, and it does.
Some good decision-making with ball in hand opened up that opportunity, and a cool finish ensured it didn't go to waste.
The Crows are just hanging in there, but they need to string some goals together. Briggs punches it out of the ruck. McRae, Layla, D'Ambrosio throws it on the boot. That's well played. What's he got on offer? They're a big chance here. Smiley is hard to beat one-on-one.
To really stamp some authority on this match.
Set sail for home, and he has delivered.
They keep getting this kind of supply. The scoreboard's going to get real ugly.
It's all gone to script for them so far. Plenty of work ahead, though, as we restart. O'Brien wins it out of the centre. Edwards. McAuliffe receives a clever hand pass. Peatling gets to the front spot. Tidy ball. Fogarty finds himself unattended.
He could put the finishing touch on a fine passage of play.
That's not going to come back. It wasn't his best effort.
Doesn't exactly encourage the midfielders to work harder.
Looking for a quick transition. The kick was centimetre perfect. The Tigers are playing some great footy. Algier, he's been accosted. The umpire will have it. O'Brien palms it down. They have a good understanding, those two. Fogarty got to the right position and hung on.
The Crows are just hanging in there. They sorely need a goal.
Looking to pull one back, and that's exactly what he's done. Well played.
They've looked to the likely source to provide a spark, and he's done just that.
The Crows need to follow that goal up. The big men fly. McAuliffe out of the congestion. D'Ambrosio in the right spot at the right time. Smiley working hard and being rewarded. Lewis uses the body well.
The Tigers have come to play and are threatening to open up a decent gap on the scoreboard.
Drop punt, and he has put it away.
If this league grows any bigger, we might see some heads start to drop.
You can't win a grand final in the first quarter, but you can lose one. The big men fly. McRae, it's no place for the faint-hearted. They're going nowhere, and we'll have a stoppage near the centre. Briggs with a deft tap, like Batman and Robin. Hobbs honours the lead. What's he got on offer? Picking their way through. Underwood tries to spike it out of the danger zone. He's kicked a goal.
He might just be in for a big day.
The Crows will be relieved to hear the siren because they'll get the chance to reset. They've got their work cut out for them to get back into this one. Gary's with us again. What's on your mind, Gaz?
The Crows are flat-footed and lacking energy so far. That needs to change very quickly, or this will not only get out of control, it'll become embarrassing. They're just not getting their hands on the footy nearly enough, and consequently they're asking a lot of their defenders. Too much, in fact. If they can at least stabilise in the middle, then they'll get opportunities to exert pressure. But you feel they're going to have to be pretty efficient to truly threaten today.
Thanks, Gary. As we get going again. O'Brien showing his skills. Edwards, Rankin. The Crows have been out of sorts. Curtin, can he force his way through? Good disciplined defence. He's rushed to behind for his own team.
You don't see that every day. Boy.
Smith to bring it in. The Tigers have winners everywhere. You can see their confidence growing. It's a dreadful mistake. Neat little worm burner. Poking horn. That's good work rate.
He's 1 from 1 so far.
Outside of the boot. He loves these, but that one is not his best.
A great opportunity to make some inroads goes to waste.
Looking for a quick transition. Can they get something going? Rochelle, Laird. He's given it a tug and missed.
It's nice to back yourself, but you've still got to play the percentages and put the team first.
Rioli with the footy. Smiley leading from the front. He's having a ripper, although that's not his best kick. Miller absorbs the pressure. They have absolutely spifflicated him. They appeal for holding the ball, and the umpire agrees.
Not sure there was much prior opportunity there.
He makes no mistake.
They needed to get the first of the second quarter, and they have.
The Crows with a much-needed goal. Good ruck work. Edwards, Rankin. He's under close attention. They're tackling with venom today. Punch clear. The fans will be happy to see this. Algier, anyone's ball. That's not ideal. Keys runs onto it. Can he impose himself on the match? It's a poor entry. A waste, really. Clever kick. Algier blasts away. No one can mark. Ryan, not a lot of space to work with. It's a tough game. He's just run that out.
The Crows are struggling to provide their forwards with quality supply. It might be time to shuffle the magnets a bit.
Briggs has probably got the points at this stage. McRae. That's wasteful. Normally delivers. Keys makes position. Searching kick. The coach will start pulling out hair in a minute. Happy to be patient and wait for an opening. Hobbs marks on centre wing. Miller picks off the pass. Another goal and they'll believe. Who's front and centre? Keys. Fogarty going at his second. Miller making his claim for the Golden Fist Award. Trainer. Disciplined defence called for and provided.
They've got an opportunity here to get the ball down the other end quickly.
Smith tasked with the kick in. Nankervis. Free kick for insufficient intent, and this could be costly.
He's been penalised for being unable to pinpoint a teammate 60 metres away, blindsided on his wrong foot.
He goes with the banana, and he's kicked it beautifully.
Perhaps a bit fortunate with the free kick, but he went back and made the most of it.
The Crows haven't played great footy, but they're hanging in there. Briggs has got on top. Layla kicks to space. McRae. The Tigers should score here. Lewis is like a magnet in that forward line.
Poor defence leaving him on his own, and now you'd imagine he'll make them pay.
Touch and go. Misses.
It's a let-off. He should have put that one away.
Looking for a quick transition. The Crows not at their best so far. Murray can keep it moving. Probing ball. Miller presents in space. He might have thought about the corridor. Algier makes good contact. Edwards pounces. He just keeps racking up disposals. Well played.
He kicked the last one pretty well, so he'll be confident here.
It's a deep kick. Chance gone begging. I think he's forgotten which end of the ground he's at.
That's strange. Did he forget where he was?
Smith brings it back in. Manages to find a teammate. Slowing it down. Tidy ball. Nankervis has got loose. Layla pushes into space and receives the footy. Quality delivery by foot. McKenzie had his name written all over it. Stocker. Good thinking and good execution too. What's he got on offer?
To put the icing on the cake.
It would be a great effort if he can get it home from there. He slammed it into the woodwork.
I think he was committed to taking a shot before he even received the footy.
Laird to bring it in. Ryan has found some space. The Crows might be about to start something. The kick was centimetre perfect. The Tigers have denied them the corridor. Neil Bullen works hard to present. Lewis gives away a free for a high tackle. Ryan, Miller going for territory. Dale went bang. Chips to halfback. They could almost have raffled it. They're playing with purpose and poise. Layla has charged into space. Their ball movement has been impressive. McKenzie, dangerous to leave on his own. Lewis, this is good footy. Who's got the wheels? Full, spills out in the tackle and will have a throw in.
The Tigers are really on top in the clearances at the moment. If that continues, this match is only going to go one way.
Briggs, the winner there. McRae. Full has taken a terrific mark.
From point-blank range.
It's a bad miss. Is he going for goal?
They've got to start making these opportunities count.
Looking for a quick transition. That's a useful ball. Murray with a chance to relieve the pressure. The Tigers looked as if they were going to get it all their own way early, but now they've got a contest on their hands. Big second half coming up. Gary's back. What's caught your eye, Gaz?
The Tigers are on a roll. They've been on top in a lot of areas, but the precision and speed of some of their ball movement has really stood out. You just wonder whether we're going to see a meaningful response or whether the tone is now set for the rest of the match.
Thanks for those observations, Gary, as we get back underway. The big men fly. Layla, they cannot keep him quiet. Algier, kicking for his first. Full, judged at the best and can have a shot.
He hasn't got his name on the goal scorers list yet. Here's a good chance.
The crowd noise tells you all you need to know.
They switched off for a bit, but as if sensing some danger, they've switched back on and managed to construct a goal that might just have headed off some creeping insecurities.
The Tigers have one hand on the cup. Briggs, the winner there. Layla on the same page as his ruck. The umpire says he made an attempt to get it out. It's been a great duel between the two big men. Draper, Hobbs. This might be a chance for the high flyers. Murray doing what he does best. Ryan attracted a crowd. Something has to give soon.
The Crows need to come hard pretty soon. It's in danger of getting away from them here.
Algier, that has to hurt. Edwards, he's besieged. And he's done for holding the ball.
He's not happy, but the call's correct.
Just about a certainty.
He's missed a soda.
He's absolutely butchered a gilt-edge opportunity. It's a horrible feeling.
Trying to catch them out. They need a spark. Murray, that's good work rate. They've got to get a wriggle on. Curtin. He's struggled to make an impact to this point. Neil Bullen. Can he find a teammate? Polkinghorn. All alone in the centre square. Fogarty with a chance to run. Keeps it low. Saligo has found some space. Only a question of who will get the goal. Miller is proving hard to pass. Trainer. Curtin couldn't mark, so he brings it to ground. Dale. They've bottled it up. Nankervis got his palm to it. McRae. Algier. Smiley takes a beauty. They can smell victory. This is good ball movement. What's he got on offer? Ignoring the corridor for now. He's off. I've liked his game today. Defence 101 there. Lewis. He's got the skill. He's got the composure. He's got the result.
The Crows are on the ropes. They need a spark before this one gets away from them.
The Crows are buckling under the pressure. Good ruck work. Got to get rid of it. Draper, O'Brien. Will the umpire pluck a free kick? They desperately need a goal. Ryan, pushing and paid. Lays it off. Millerer was committed to the contest. Saligo. That one was always his. They've got a problem now.
They just need this to stem the flow.
They could really do with a straight kick. He's up to the task, and he's pulled one back.
The Crows would dearly love a couple more before the final change. They'll keep pumping that ball deep every chance they get.
Can they follow that goal up with another? O'Brien wins it out of the centre. McRae thumped away. Joel, desperate defence. Not on my watch, he says. Onto the non-preferred. D'Ambrosio closed him down. There might have been an argument for a free kick there. The two big men do battle. McAuliffe. That's unusual. Manages to get off a handball. Briggs, one behind.
The Crows will breathe a sigh of relief that turnover didn't cost them.
Looking for a quick transition. Murray makes position. He's generally a good kick. Saligo, all on his own, picking their way through. They're moving the footy well here. They have absolutely spifflicated him. He seemed completely unaware of the company he had.
That's what happens when you find yourself in two minds.
No wonder coaches go grey. Probing ball. McKenzie! Great body work. What's he got on offer? Heads for full forward. Good disciplined defence. Underwood. Laird will keep coming. Peatling working hard and being rewarded. Polkinghorn. Marks on centre wing. They've opened them up here. He's had little impact so far. O'Brien has it within range. He will surely make this count.
Someone went to sleep defensively, and I suspect the price will be 6 points.
He hasn't kicked a goal today, and he still hasn't.
They're within striking distance, but they need to make the most of their shots on goal.
Smith tasked with the kick in. Dale gets a good bounce, and they're out of trouble. Lewis absorbs the pressure. Throws it on the boot. Anyone's ball. The umps paid a free kick for insufficient intent.
That's the risk you run when you flirt with the boundary line.
Edwards can just about go all the way. Drives it deep. Polkinghorn gets to the front spot.
Would be an understatement to say they need this.
It's a bad miss.
You can't afford to miss gettable shots against a good side when you're already behind.
Back into play. Honours the lead. Clever kick. That's well played. Sizes up what's ahead. Good work rate. Stocker can keep it moving. It's become a game of keepings off. Ryan got a fist in. A quick getaway wasn't possible. Can he hit a target? Lewis, you asked for it, you got it. He was optimistic if he thought he could break that tackle. Nankervis has got on top. Algier. Hobbs needs a good decision. Delivers a long ball. Three-quarter time, and this one is almost decided. One team very good today, and the other certainly below their best. Time for some more insights from Gary on the boundary.
The Tigers haven't exactly busted open the floodgates, but they're on course for a comfortable victory, and they've arguably been aided by a lack of imagination from the opposition coach's box. They haven't been greatly stretched defensively, it's fair to say.
Thanks, Gary, as we get going again. Nankervis has probably got the points at this stage. Algier, Layla, what can he do with it? Into the pocket he goes. Full has a vice-like grip.
The crowd will tell the story.
Drop punt, that'll be a goal. Never in doubt.
He hasn't had a big impact, but he's still found a way to kick a couple.
We thought this one might be close, but it hasn't turned out that way. O'Brien, the winner there. Saligo, McAuliffe with time. The kick is precise. That's skillful. Nankervis gets to it first. Armstrong, Layla. They're moving the footy quickly. Smiley on the end of it. They are cutting them up with their ball movement.
It's all just a bit easy at the moment. They're getting the ball inside 50 under, not nearly enough pressure.
He's on song today, but he's missed this one.
Always unlikely from there, but he is capable.
He's off. The Crows have been out of sorts. Murray with a chance to relieve the pressure. Saligo has charged into space. Sizes up what's ahead. Underwood manages to find a teammate. He's been accosted. Gets the kick away. Fogarty goes long. McRae spoils. He's suddenly a popular man. Rochelle caught. Dropped it like a hot potato. Ryan, we've seen that before. Not a lot of positives today. McAuliffe, dangerous to leave on his own. Laird, he's been called to play on. Searching kick. Miller clears the area. Solid tackle. You have to be tough to play this game. A few hearts in mouths for a moment or two. O'Brien wins the hit out. McAuliffe throws it on the boot, and that's a goal.
He's exerting a huge influence over this match. 1 minute he's winning a clearance, the next he's kicking a goal. His work ethic is enormous.
That goal hinted at what might have been. O'Brien wins the tap. A bit of a panicked handball. Draper, they've given it back. Delivers it inside 50. Laird, no easy exit. That's commitment to the cause. And we will do it all again. Briggs slaps it out. Algier. Hobbs. Can he find a teammate? Murray showing why he's such a good defender. Ryan has found some space. Tidy ball. Fogarty was afforded latitude. Blasts away. Stocker with the big fist. Neil Bullen. Ineffective disposal. The defence has fallen down. Polkinghorn drops into the hole and marks.
If you can steer this one through, you just never know.
I think he'll get the distance. It's a fair kick, but it won't be a goal.
A goal there would have set the cat among the pigeons.
Smith with the footy. Hobbs works hard to present. And they're away. The ump's not feeling forgiving today.
I think that was a skill error.
Neat little worm burner. Neil Bullen has found some space.
He hasn't done a lot today, but he's still done some good things.
They've got one back. Can they get another? No, they can't. It's taken the post.
They might need to be more patient in constructing better shots at goal.
Smith tasked with the kick in. The kick was centimetre perfect. That's a useful ball. Quality delivery by foot. The Crows forcing them out wide. Briggs in the clear on centre wing. Joel working hard and presenting well. Couldn't get an effective disposal. Couldn't burst through. Mackenzie. Armstrong is like a magnet in that forward line.
He hasn't got his name on the goal scorers list yet. Here's a good chance.
This deserves a goal, but he's put it the wrong side of the stick.
He really should have capitalised on that, but not to be.
Laird brings it back in. Ryan presents in space. The Crows haven't thrown the towel in. Miller pounces. He's generally a good kick. They could be vulnerable here. What's he got on offer? He might have thought about the corridor. Miller picks it off. That's poor kicking. He's hit up the lead. Great play. Rankin. This is a big opportunity.
He's goalless so far, but this would be a great way to get on the score sheet.
From outside 50, good-looking kick. He's absolutely flushed it.
He's finally on the score sheet. It's been quiet today, but he made that one count.
The Crows are going to come up short, but they've given it a good shake. Briggs gets his hand to it. Layla, McRae running in support. He's been prolific. Mackenzie, I've liked his game today. Lewis, Marks, that's hard to stop.
This should not be a problem.
There goes the kick, and he's put it through.
They've had to work for it, but they look safe now.
They've done this very comfortably. Briggs got his palm to it. Layla, so influential today. Miller doing what he does best. When one tackle just won't do. The lift door's closed on him, and he's gone.
Not sure there was much prior opportunity there.
It looks a well-oiled forward line.
9 individual goal kickers if he puts this through.
The crowd noise tells you all you need to know.
I think the 3 votes might just be heading his way.
It's over. They've done it. Look at the ecstasy on their faces. They are the premiers, and they will celebrate long and hard. What are the main takeaways from that one, Half?
The Tigers have proven themselves the best side in the competition. Time and again, they've stood up under pressure this year, and today was no different. At one point, we thought this might have ended up close, but they simply refused to let their opponents in. They now get to enjoy the best feeling in sport.
You get the feeling there'll be a lot said about this one. Thanks, Half.
Since I've done the Richmond men's rebuild with the for the Premiership, Which team should I do next in this rebuild after Richmond? Well, the rebuild of the men's team's done with a premiership. Now it's time to rebuild the women's program. To see if the AFLW Tigers can be able to get it done. It's into December. Well, couldn't get the points. Yeah, here we are. The AFLW trade period's open. Let's do a deal with Port Adelaide. The Schultz. Dowrick. Send Clifford and Sheeran the other way to Port Adelaide. Poppy Schultz, Alyssa Bannon. And Liz McNamara. They could be on their way to Richmond. Who else could be getting traded to the Tigers? Maybe Rigoni. In return for pick 22. Got to keep Captain Hyde at the club. Gekas we need to continue on. Who's next we're going to deal with? Maybe the Blues. Gord. Most of the old guard we got from North Melbourne pretty much gone down a bit. Miller, McClelland, Pig 35. We'll give Waters a new contract for the Tigers. Let's do a deal with the Gold Coast Suns. Maybe this is a chance to get revenge for, well, them getting Monconti. They took Conti from us, and let's take Rowbottom off of them. We'll go with Jamie Stanton. No, we can't get another one in 100k here. Fullerton. Clements. The pick 19. Deck Steele. Any good key forwards for women's? Maybe get this one from Sydney. Big 30. This is 5. We declined this deal with the West Coast Eagles. We got Gallegos at 4. I think Brianna Hyde might have retired or something. Although the job's already done for the men. Job's already done for the men's side. Let's see if we can get the females of the AFLW Tigers to, well, win a premiership in AFL Women's Season 14. Once the Med series is finished, we'll start doing the women's version of the rebuilding with all the trades. Well, the Richmond Women's get off to a great start to their new era, beating the Bulldogs. Oh no, got an injury to Poppy Schultz. At least we got Waters. We got a win over the Bulldogs. Let's hope this is not a... Surely this is not a false dawn. $53-point win over Sydney. So far, so good. Next up, we got Fremantle. First AFLW. We're in Perth. Schultz is back. Fullerton's also back. We'll play Regani in the midfield. 55-point win over the Dockers. Well, could this be the year Richmond Women's possibly win the premiership? $30-point winners over the Eagles. Win. Got the Tiger Girls at 10-0, heading into the qualifying final against Hawthorn. Richmond Women's are not even won a final yet. Throughout their entire existence. And we still can't do it. We lost to Hawthorn. Semi-final, we got Port Adelaide. Remember the last time we were in this situation was back in Season 7. And we got kicked out in straight sets. This was what happened last time Richmond Women's were in the finals. Apart from that loss to Port Adelaide. It's Season 9. We remember back in 2022, which was Season 7. We ended up getting kicked out in straight sets at the hands of... We ended up losing the semi-final again. Lost our qualifying final against the Lions. And then ended up losing the semi against North. Yeah, once again we got dumped in straight sets, this time by Port Adelaide. And that concludes the Richmond rebuild. And for the next rebuild, leave a comment in the chat, see which team should I rebuild next. Is it a Victorian team or should I take an excursion from Victoria and rebuild a team interstate. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.